We
Bada bing,
are
bada boom.
live. Welcome,
Boys,
everybody,
back
back
to
to
back.
another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, joined by my co-host, Dakota. What up, Dakota? How's the porch life?
You have no idea how good that sounded
Yeah.
from a guy like me.
You said that you wanted to live vicariously through me, so I figured I'd grab
Dude,
one.
all I did was hear that beer can open, and I was like, God damn
I
it.
wasn't even going to drink one, and then I was like, no, Dakota wants to
It
live
crossed
through
my
me,
mind, and I
so.
was like, no.
It's a salty golfer. It's like a pineapple IPA.
Okay, I'd try it.
It's
What's
made here
up,
in Myrtle
baby?
Beach. It's good.
Dakota Drake 4 coming back to you live from South Atlanta, Georgia. Rise up, Falcons. Go Dogs. And dude, man, it's been a minute. The boys have been busy saving lives, saving Texas, and saving beach coastlines. We've been MIA for a couple weeks, but we got a lot to catch up on, so let's get this thing going.
All right, let's do it.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock, flag, and eagle.
Yeah,
yo.
boy. What up?
Just posting everywhere so people know. It's been a minute, so.
Yeah, I know. We're still here. We're still doing it. Dega Jesus has risen.
It's 9. Why hasn't the show started?
We're kissing our babies good night.
LTC
Sorry.
type shit. We're always late. What do you mean? That's Chairgatin type shit, to be honest. 901 updates.
9's kind of just a window.
902 updates still no show. 903 update. There is a show.
Did y'all even have
3
a show
minutes
this
late
week?
is not bad for us.
Yeah, honestly, if we're like in the window of like not 9-10, we're good.
Yeah, honestly, I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we're back,
It's
baby.
been a minute.
Better have a show than no show.
Have you been on a show since saving the state of Georgia?
No, I didn't do any. We didn't do anything last week. That was last week.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I've been out saving lives, man. God bless the linemen and me. Yeah, man, it's still going crazy.
Working
like
all
Tampa's
day.
getting rocked right now.
Dude,
I tried to find that meme the other day, the Kevin Harvick fan one.
I just wanted to give you one of those, dude.
I couldn't find the Kevin Harvick one with the 4 and the hard hat.
Oh man, yeah, I definitely have that somewhere. I have it saved on my phone somewhere. We're doing a live show from the track on Friday.
Touche. Way to one up us.
Everybody
That's
tune
awesome,
in.
man. Wish I was there.
Tune
check out Fast Car Living Friday from the Roval. That'll probably be some good content.
Love the deck setup. That's right.
Yeah, I think this is here to stay, honestly. Oh yeah, I do miss his back porch, but I also love my own.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I told you. Maybe I did. My future addition to my backyard. Did I tell you this?
You told me about doing something like a screen with your back deck.
No, I am going this off season. I'm going to tear up a huge chunk of my yard and install a putting green.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, dude, I'm doing it with a little chipping area too.
Dude, that'll be clutch. I've always thought about like over here where I park my trailers would be perfect to like level out a spot and put like just a little like 6x6, 8x8 with a flag just so I could like chip to it or pitch like 40 yards to it.
I want to have 3 holes.
I've always talked about it. I want to get like synthetic green and like make it legit to putt on. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it as nice as I can while not also breaking my bank. But either way, it'll be fun. It'll be a nice addition to the backyard.
Get the nice turf, though. Don't get like the shit from
Yeah. I'm not going to get like the carnival shit.
Yeah, there's companies that make it. Like you can order it by however many feet, or you can order a roll and cut it. I've looked into it. I've told Ronnie, I've been like, dude, we should make like a par 3 at your house.
Well, it sounds like I'm going to have to get a link from you on some good shit.
I mean, it's been a minute since I looked, but I could probably find something. But dude, yeah, I've always wanted that. I've always wanted to do that.
You were at Dega.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. This is we've been just like catching up. It's the post Dega episode, man. Oh, there's nothing like it. Like I literally was kind of, fall Dega. never ever slaps like spring. There's nothing like spring Dega.
Right.
But it's like, all right. I was about to say it like I'm trying to find the PG-13 version. Fuck it. Damn it. You ever like you had that girl that like you used to hang out with, and like she was like real one, and like y'all dated a little bit, but blah blah blah.
Okay.
But like, and y'all went y'all several ways, it wasn't working out, but like 6 months later, y'all like were bumping each other for a minute. Or like, oh hey, what's up? How you been? La da da da. And then y'all hang out like a couple more weeks, for a little bit, and then you go your separate ways. Does that make any sense to anybody?
Yeah. So you're saying that
maybe just me, but that's
you're
what
saying
Fall
that
Dega
is
always
Fall Dega
feels
to you?
like. That is Fall Dega to me. Like, hey, it's been a minute. What's up?
Fall Dega to you is an affair with an ex.
Yeah, or not. It doesn't have to be an affair. More like a random hookup with an ex.
Am I making
That's
this
what-
sound worse than it is?
No, I was trying not to, but I was gonna go way more with it, but I was
I
trying
know
to keep
you
it
were.
lighthearted.
I know.
Fall Dega, man, it just like we loaded up the truck Saturday morning. The boys met me over here, and we got going. We hit Walmart, got a couple groceries, and just got rolling out. And I said I was gonna only drink at Dega, and I hadn't had a beer in a long time. And the second me and fucking Logan crossed in Alabama, we were like, we pulled over, and the crack of that first fucking Modelo, dude, I was like, oh god, this is so good.
Right.
And fuck, it was good.
Was
So we
the
got some
weather
beers going.
pristine?
Got out there, and something about getting off dude, holy shit. You would have busted a nut, dude.
Yeah.
The
I know.
weather was immaculate. Like it was like 80, like 1 o'clock, like it was hot. Like I was wearing pants and like I was sweating, but I wasn't like I've been in way worse. And so I mean it was like 80, it was 82, and at night it got down to like 62. Like just you wear a hoodie and shorts probably, but like a t-shirt and jeans, good to go. Well, I
Hold
wore
on, my
shorts. I
internet
wore t-shirt and
sucks. 1
shorts.
second. Keep talking.
Is yours or mine? Oh, so well, I wanted to tell you about the whole damn trip, but the weather was immaculate, guys. We got real lucky because Dega every once in a blue moon she'll throw you a nasty little rain cloud, aka 2311's first win. But man, it was fucking awesome. Weather couldn't have been better. You got away with pants. You could get away with shorts. And we rolled up the track. We went straight to the white tents for Justin. Saw a couple deals that I did not pull a trigger on. Justin went ham. Bought like 8 cars. Got by a truck, and I was trying not to like rush.
Dude,
and be
he
on a
goes off
deadline, but
every time, by
I
the
had to
way.
be. Yeah. Oh, I saw a deal on a Kevin car I don't have, and it was a hell of a deal. And he's like, dude, get it. And I was like, I ain't doing it. I was like, I can't even be doing it. And I should have done it.
Be
But
honest, how much was it?
it was $45 for like $100 car.
Oh, dude. What? Yeah, come on. That's a deal.
Well, like with stuff going on and everything, I was just like, I don't want to spend the extra money.
Yeah,
And
I get that.
I was like, I could
do
have
spend
totally
extra
done it.
money.
Could have totally done it, but I was like, last thing I need is another diecast right now. Wasn't in the mood. But I was in the mood for other stuff. And we load back. I wasn't trying to rush, but I was like, we're on I had to be at the NASCAR stage at 12:30. So we went back. We kind of scoped the roads. Like we were looking for like because we brought a pop-up tent, grill, chairs, and tailgate, and we were just gonna find somewhere along the creek. Didn't give a fuck where. Had my hammock. Logan had a tent. Justin had a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Like we were just literally like, we do not care as
What
long as
day
we
are
can
you
get
rolling
somewhere
in?
near the creek. Saturday at like before lunch. Like we're late.
Okay.
And so yeah, we rolled over to the campground. It was like 10:30, 11ish, and we saw like our spot from the spring. Like we went down that road, and there were some people right there, and we were like, amateurs. Like we were just like, y'all don't even know what to do with this spot. And, like they had a couple tents set up, but I was like, we were just scoping, and we came back around the bridge, and I think I remember telling you about the spot we had 2 years ago in the corner right there in the trees with the creek and the shade. There were some people right there, but there was like 30 feet or 30 yards between them and the next camper. And like, it was just like boom, perfect. Like I pulled in, backed my truck all the way in. I was like, hey, what's up? I was like, gonna bother y'all. We're just camping here for the night. I don't really care what you say. And threw our shit up, throw everything out, and we're like, boom.
Were they chill?
Yeah, no, they're like, man, we're here to have a good time. Come on, brother.
Right. That's Dega.
Well, thank you. Oh, yeah, everybody was chill with it. God damn, it's hot. Hello. Go get mama. Hold on, we got intermission. But then we pulled up there, threw our stuff up. Everybody was cool. It was very funny because it was Saturday game day, and there next to us in a camper was like, so I saw it was like some frat boys or some college dudes, and that was like, I went over. I was like, hey boys, I said we're gonna be popped up over here next to y'all. So don't bother us if we get a little rowdy. You know, we're just hanging out, drinking some beers. They're like, oh man, don't worry about it. So where y'all from? They were like, oh, it's our first Talladega. And they said, our buddy's been here a bunch of times, but it's all our first times. And I was like, oh shit, where y'all from? They were like, oh, we go to Auburn. And I was like, ooh. I said, shouldn't y'all be at the game? They were like, oh man, Georgia's gonna stomp us. I said, hell yeah, go Dogs. And they were like, oh man, duh, duh. I was like, no, I'm just fucking with you. I can't say anything after that last weekend. And shot shit with them. They were cool as hell. And then we're like, fuck it, let's get rolling. So we packed our coolers because we were just gonna go to the NASCAR thing and then go to the race. And it all timed out perfectly. We walked, hit the hollers, breezed a little bit, got a couple things, then went over to the mullet contest at the NASCAR stage. And it was pretty funny because like there was actually like 20, 30 people standing around. Jeb Burton was doing an appearance right before it. And so I guess people were standing around for that. But then they're like, stay tuned, we got a mullet contest. Y'all aren't ready. Josh Williams will be here. And people were like, oh, okay. Well, then you could see some contestants walking up looking damn crazy. And I kind of just like holding back because they just told me to get over there like 12:30. It started at 1. And it was kind of the same people doing it as the spring.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like,
like
all
the
right,
same crew.
I was like, I'm gonna go over there and at least like let them know I'm here. Because I'd messaged the guy and he was like, cool, good deal. He said, just hang out for a minute. I was like, cool. So like me and Logan drank more beers. We were tuned up and walked over, and the little girl with the clipboard, I was like, hey, what's up? She was like, oh, are you here for the mullet contest? And I was like, baby, I am the mullet contest. I was fucking with her. She was like, what? I was like, I'm Dega Jesus. She was like, oh my God. She was like, I didn't even recognize you. Blah, blah, blah. She was like, what's up? She like flipped out. She was like, okay. I was like, what do I need to do? She was like, here, look. She's like, all right, here's our time. Like she had like time punch. That's where I sent that picture. She had everything like time stamped of what was going to happen. And it said, Dega Jesus will walk on stage. And I was like, they literally just had Dega Jesus printed on everything. And I was like, no fucking way, dude. That's funny. She goes, yeah, we haven't once said your actual name. She's like, we just call you Dega Jesus. I was like, that's all you need to call me. And it was really funny and stupid. But finally hung out back there. I came back there and there's like dudes, these dudes were like acting super extra, but I guess it was like, I guess you got to see, this was like the second go around. And I was hanging out with them, and then finally they introduced me, and I walked out like a god, and fucking it was cool as hell. And they're like, they set me up with Josh Williams, and like we're like, what's up, bro? Blah blah. And I'm sitting there with a microphone, and I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like, I've made it. I have arrived. And that's one thing I was like, dude, this is like, we needed to be getting content of this. I had Logan on camera duty. He did his best, but I was like we could have definitely got some like content with everything that we did. And it was cool as shit being up there on stage, like with them. Like, I'm like, they do this every week, you know? And I was like, yeah, y'all need to start paying me.
In hindsight, a Chairgatin shirt might have been a good
I
move.
thought about it. I didn't know what to wear. And I was like, oh, I'll just wear my Earnhardt shirt. But
yeah. I mean, that looks the coolest.
I literally was like, I should have wore a Chairgatin shirt. But
okay, but explain when you went up there.
Went on, did the contest. It was super fun.
Dude, there's a crazy lag, I think. But anyway, explain why when you were up there, the dude like almost juked you out with the mic. Was kind of like, there's a family here or something.
Oh yeah, you could tell that in the video. Oh
yeah.
They told me not to cuss. He said he was like, hey,
did man.
You? Well, that was the funny thing. I went into my natural element because I asked, she said, just don't cuss on stage. I go, can I bring a beer? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, understood. And I immediately walked out and I said, let's fucking go. And I was like, oh yeah, whoops. But I didn't have the mic yet. So I think that's where he was like, hey man, make sure you know just fucking
Right.
And so I was like, oh yeah, my bad. And I was like, I didn't have a microphone, no one could hear me anyway. So grabbed mic, sat down. It was cool as shit. It was funny because like as contestants coming out, I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "What do we have here?" I was doing like the the strip club DJ voice.
Nice, nice.
I kept being so funny with it. I thought Logan said it was funny, and I just kept being like, "I like what I'm seeing. Look at this one." And
nice.
it was super fun, man. And then we got to do it, and I'm like just sitting there talking to Josh Williams, not like he's like a celebrity, but I was like sitting there like broing it up with Josh Williams was cool. I remember like last time I was like super nervous. This time I was like, nah, I'm like I am this. So
were you given
fun? Everybody was super nice.
I saw you give like a 9 point something. Were you given really high scores? How were you?
It was really weird because I didn't know how to judge. I didn't know what to judge, and I think the lowest I gave was an 8, and then I really just went like. If I liked them, if they had any kind of NASCAR stuff, like I'm like, this guy actually likes NASCAR, I usually gave him like an 8-8. Like, because there was a couple of just like normal dudes up there that just rock a mullet. But then there was guys that was like, dude, he's been growing that thing for 10 years. And but then like I think the highest score I gave was a 9-2 or something like that. I kind of bounced between like 8-6 and 9-2.
Who'd you give the 9-2 to?
The guy that won, I gave a 9. He was like, he knew who I was. It was crazy. Like like he came up and he was like, dude, you're Dega Jesus. And I was like, yeah, what's up? And he was like, dude, man, he's like, I guess he was there at the spring race and he saw it. And he was like, when you did that, man, it was so freaking awesome. He goes, I watch your podcast. And I was like, oh shit, they called him Mullet. They called him Mullet Mike. I don't know if he's watching. I don't know. Some people don't watch live, but he said, he's like, yeah, dude, your podcast, blah, blah. He was like, man, he's like, it was so awesome when you won. And he was he's been so nice, but he was like actually had the best get up. He had a sick mullet, and he put on a show when he came on stage. That was the best part. And then there was this one crazy ass guy that looked like Jack Black, and he came out acting a fool. He had a full Bush flight flag and all kinds of shit. It's like Dalton's tweaker cousin, and it was totally like I was like, oh, these like you were clear like these two are the two, like. It's gonna be between these two. There was one guy. I don't know if his natural curls or a perm, but he had like a beautiful mullet. But he just was like a normal guy. He was cool. But you know, they did 2 groups, and then they did final 4, and then a final 2, and then they had Josh Williams give him the sash, and I got to put the a new tiara on the dude, and I was like, take a knee, my son. Like you got one knee. It was like a knighting ceremony. It was. Do you think
you'll get an invite back?
So afterwards, they came out. Jack Link Sausage came out and did like some content. Need to check out them. I never saw anything. They did some content and like filmed stuff and gave everybody beef jerky. And I have not ate at this point, and I've been drinking. And I was like, give me the goddamn beef jerky. And it was fun. And they came and they were like, Dega Jesus. They're like, give it up one more time for Dega Jesus, everybody. The inaugural mullet champion. I was like, what's up? And they were like, Dega Jesus. They were like, now that you've judged the next contest, they said, you're allowed to re-enter. They said, are you going to be back here in the spring? I said, and I was like, I literally was like, I'll be here every time y'all have me up on this damn stage. And they're like, oh, you heard it first. They were like, he's coming to defend his title. And I was like, yeah, it was funny.
Okay.
And
so you have to
we
go
got to go hard
compete?
for the spring race if they do it again. And I was, yeah, like they said, well, I was like, I was talking to like some of the producer people. They all loved me. And they were like, man, I was so glad you could do this. Cause like we were trying to figure out like how to spin this one off. And we didn't know like who we were going to like, how to like make it special. And they were like, he said he had your info off Instagram. So we were like, let's have him come on. And I was like, y'all thought of me? And I was like, hell yeah, man, that's cool. I said, like, let me know if y'all need anything or do anything. I'll come do it again. They were like, dude, heck yeah. They're like, we're gonna try to do this like every year now. And I was almost like, I feel like they should do it like pick one, either the spring or the fall, because it seems like doing back every time it's just gonna kind of get played out.
Yeah, that'll
It was
get played
really
out
cool.
quick.
But like, if y'all just do it every time, then like, how many goddamn people are gonna be coming up here every time? It's
Yeah.
like if it was like the spring race mullet contest, and then like in the fall do something like a mohawk or do like something different. You know, best NASCAR contest. I don't know, whatever. But I meant like it was almost like it'd be cool if it was special to one race.
They could do like best outfit, like best get up.
Yeah, yeah. Best NASCAR red or Alabama fan get up or something. I don't know. But yeah, I was talking to one guy and he was kind of like, yeah, I don't know if we should do it every race, but I think that's what they're going to start wanting. I was like, yeah, turn it into a thing clearly. And I was like, I mean, since I was the first one, I'm honored to come back every time. But at least they said like, you got to be in this next one. And I was like, I'll fucking do it. So I guess I'm growing my hair out and it was cool, man. They said, come on back. So I'm like, we definitely got to roll deep up there. That was the thing. The guy that won too, he probably had like 5 or 6 buddies with him. Like everyone else, one guy was up there by himself. Like he had no friends. Like he was there by himself. I watched him leave. He was by himself. I was like, Jesus, man. And but the guy that won had 6 or 7 buddies, and they were calling him Mullet Mike. And they were like, Mullet Mike, Mullet Mike. And I was like, oh, see, I was like, he took notes. I said he knew exactly what they were doing, and I was like, yeah, that was cool. And I was like, man, if me and him come back to the spring race to do it, I was like, that would be a good one. So
I
turn it
feel
into a
like
thing.
we need to somehow. I mean, if Pool's watching or Andy's watching, they need to somehow like get in contact with them and be like, look at the kind of numbers we do. Like,
yeah, this is
we'll
my
live
manager.
stream this. Yeah, like we'll live stream this on the Jack Links. We actually have a Dega Creek camp that needs a sponsor for next year.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, they were cool. They had a big Bigfoot dude and like in a costume, and he had to be sweating his balls off. And they had like some rep girls out there handing out like
they
free
could bring the
Jack Link
Bigfoot
sausage
costume
swag.
guy to the tailgate to the creek and like give out beef jerky.
The camp. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be sick. Should definitely look into that Jack Link sausage. Be like, yeah, we saw y'all at the mullet contest. We wanted to reach out or something. Was definitely cool. We could definitely try to do something like, I don't know how service would work, or well, the track had Wi-Fi that was really good. But yeah, we should definitely try to do something like more content wise with it, because like, hey, y'all are doing this kind of free of charge with our rep here, Dega Jesus. I'll walk up like, yeah, this is my manager. But then we left that, went into the Xfinity race, I scoped some seats for us for next year, and I did on Sunday as well. But Xfinity race was badass as usual. We left that, went immediately back, started grilling up some burgers. We did burgers and chips or something, and got ready to go to the boulevard. We drove down to the boulevard, gave our pep talk, went in, did some laps, went to the concert. Look, I kind of had a new idea too. Whether we like the artist or not, the concert's kind of like a necessity. I didn't pay attention to who the fuck was playing. They're Dixieland Delight and covering Sweet Home Alabama, doing all the regular stuff. But there's a party out there at the concert, whether you like the artist or not. And there's good times to be had. And we made some bumped elbows with some dudes, made some buddies. One guy came up and was like, he said something. He goes, dude, I think I follow you on Instagram. And I was like, I don't know you, man. And he was like, oh, no. He goes, no. He literally goes, you got a podcast. Like, I think it's a podcast, you and another dude, Rattlesnake. And I was like,
what up? I'm that other dude, bro.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. We followed each other. I was like, what's your Instagram, man? I followed him back. And he was from Kentucky. And he was like, he was like, dude, yeah, man, cool. He was like, this is my first time coming down here. And like, I was like, fucking cool, man. What's up? So I was like, it's a good like pregame. Like we pregame at camp, but go to the concert, go ahead and slam a couple beers, get your groove on, fill out the night, because probably 50% of the boulevard is at the concert.
I mean, I totally agree with you. I just think that at this point, our group is so big, we just have to start like separating and doing our own thing.
Yeah, no.
Because we need to go,
because
every time we go, when we go to the concert, I always have a good time. I don't care who's playing. And it's a good pregame for the boulevard, like you were saying.
So what I was saying is like, we went to the concert, hung out, had a good time. like saw some good times. And then like the concert was kind of winding down. We were like, all right, let's hit the boulevard. Then we went boulevard, and like so did most of that crowd. And then like the boulevard was like bumping when we came back. It's like been heating up. Like if you just come down and go straight to the boulevard, you're kind of like, all right. After your like fifth or sixth lap, you're like, I don't know, what do you want to do? That was the thing. Is like, don't go immediately to the boulevard and wear yourself out. The night is a marathon, and so maybe do a lap, see what's popping, see what state. Go ahead and scope your stages and who's got what. Then go hit the concert, pre-game at the concert. Then when you get ready to go boulevard, it's time to unleash all hell, and the night is on at that point. And we had a good time. We got lost and separated a couple times, but woke up back at camp the next morning happy as a fucking woodpecker. And it was another little sweet innocent little Dega that was just like, man, I needed that. And we got ready pregame. Oh, well, that was one thing. I woke up Sunday morning and I was like, oh god damn. Hit a liquid IV, snorted some fucking ibuprofen, drank a mean bean, and I was like, God, this is rough. It kept coming in waves, and I was like, God, I'm like so not hungover, but I'm like pretty hungover. And I was like, I know exactly what this guy needs. And I went and got in the goddamn creek. I got in the creek, washed my ass, and laid there in the creek for a minute. And I got out a whole new man. And I was like, I'm fucking ready. I'm good to go now, dude. The creek will cleanse your sins and wash them all downstream. And I was totally revived. I literally was like fighting a hangover. I got in that creek and got out, and I was fucking brand new. I was good.
Every time
we chilled around. We cooked breakfast. We cooked breakfast on the Blackstone and ate breakfast. Chilled out a bit. We kind of just talked NASCAR because it was still like 2 or 3 hours before the race started, and we kind of was like, well, I don't want to walk down there yet. So we left the trucks all there and then just walked from there to the like turn 1 entrance, And we went in there, scoped some more seats, and so I found a pretty good little spot. Got an idea for us for the spring race, I think.
Are we gonna be at turn 1?
We're gonna be like turn 1, but closer to the start finish line.
Okay.
Like where we sat in the spring, just go down like 3 or 4 sections, to the left. Right there, I was looking. I wrote the row down in section of like, and I looked them online of like what the price range might be, and that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But the race was fucking awesome, man. So they get going. There were some badass paint schemes. Holy shit, the Ross Chastain car, my god.
Yeah, dude. As a Harvick fan,
pictures didn't do that car justice, bro.
I was thinking of you the whole time because I was just like, I mean, that's what Harvick should have been driving. That it was.
Yeah,
so
imagine
sexy.
if I had a 4-car on it. I would have bought all the merch. Ross Chastain had some cool merch for it too. Yeah, like duck camo shirt with like some fucking duck silhouettes on it. And it was like with a big 1 on it. Yeah, I literally saw Nathan show me a shirt. I was like, I kind of want that shirt. Like, period. That shirt's sick as fuck. There was like a giant 1 on the back. It was orange, but like camo. It was cool as fuck.
Suarez had Tootsies.
But there were some other cool schemes. That Tootsie's car looked so good before he put it in the wall. That car looks sexy. And
I like the Arby's.
I would love to see that car at night. Yeah, the Arby's, classic Arby's. The 45 looked sick. They brought back that Beast Unleashed car. That was badass. Shout out Harris Lou, made the Boulevard shirt. Had to cop that. I was so glad I got to get that. Because they were only giving them out there. So like, if you didn't go to the race, you didn't get one.
Damn.
But they got going and they were racing from the beginning, man. You could tell like intensity picked up, and then Suarez puts it in the wall with like a what the fuck was he doing move. Did you see that?
Oh yeah. It was crazy.
Where Suarez, they split the field and then just cut right in front of BJ McLeod going like 30 mile an hour faster.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you watched it on TV, and I don't know how you were watching.
I watched the
highlights, like, how the view was. Okay, yeah, like when you see him decide to take that middle lane, you're like, what are you doing? And then halfway through, he's like, nah, I'm gonna go high now. Like, none of it made sense.
Yeah, like I get they're in a bad spot. They're going a lap down. They're gonna go a lap down. Take the L. Move out of the way, let the pack get by you. See if you can catch some tail draft. Probably won't, but there wasn't that much longer till they. I mean, you probably were going to get a caution anyway, maybe. but maybe they wreck coming to green flag stops, and then oh my God, you're lucky dog. You aren't putting your car in the wall, spinning down the backstretch, assessing damage, and now not getting your lap back. Like, that was just and then they played the onboard on Twitter, and they were like, never told him clear, never told him there was a gap. The spotter never said shit. Like, that was all on him. And when they don't make it out of this round, I mean, the chances were all very off anyway, but like, this all fell on Daniel Suarez's shoulders.
Yeah, dude, that was it did not look good.
We were all like, what an idiot.
Yeah, now he's like 20 points out. He's almost certainly missing.
Oh yeah, he's done. They were already shot themselves in the foot by failing inspection, and then they just fucking turned the game off. But then he went 2 laps down, and he got that lap back, and then never got back on the lead lap. I guess he passed some cars that wrecked later on, but he never got on the lead lap the whole race. Get back to racing. There's going to be some fuel saving. You know, this happens at these races. The stages are long. Shit happens. There's going to be some fuel saving. I used to watch races where they saved fuel, and they ran in like a 40-car conga line on the high side, and they ran like 80 laps like that. And I tell you how goddamn pissed I'd be after I spent all my money and drove out here and did all this to watch that crap. Very, very was unfortunate, and we all hated when they did that. So, you know, a couple years ago, they did 2 wide saving fuel. Kind of sucked, kind of bummed. We all blamed the car. Well, I don't know what they were like, if they came up with this or on the fly or what, if it was talked about before the race, but they got 4 wide and ran 4 wide for like 25 laps. And there were guys in you probably couldn't see it on TV. There were guys like doing this and like in the corners, like moving around, and like a guy, I saw Austin Cindric one time, like somebody hit him and he came and hit the guy next to him and like saved it. And it was, you're like, whoa, 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 like almost started big one a couple times. And I'm sure they're just saving fuel. This is manufactured crap. I don't know what y'all saw on TV, but it was sick as fuck in person. We were like, when they first started doing it, everybody in the stands was jumping up, freaking out, like, whoa, this is sick. And like, just watching them drive 4 wide that long and nothing fucking up was like a spectacle. I don't care if they were saving fuel. It was crazy. Like, I'd be scared to death if I was in the middle.
I totally agree. I think that there's this like racing purist mindset where they're like, this is artificial, this is manufactured entertainment.
But it's like hearing about it.
It's not. It's just they're gonna save fuel because it's Talladega, and that's just how they've always been at Talladega. Like, that's just how it's gonna be. And getting to watch them run 4 wide for that long, which I've never seen before, is entertaining.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone knew this, but if they don't save fuel, they'll run out. If they run out, they're going to pull out a caution and wreck. Vice versa. So they have to save fuel to stretch out the stage. Of course, I'd rather them go full throttle the whole time. But that's not, like, the stage is fucking 60 laps long. The fuel window's like 40, 45 laps. So that's strategy. That's part of the racing. Of course, I'd rather see Dale Jr. pass him 3 wide through the apron and win in 2004. But it's 2024. It's what we got. I'm just saying it could be a lot worse. I loved what I saw. I thought it was insane. I thought the race was good the whole time. You had a lull there in the middle where guys are kind of strategizing with Fords and Chevys and Toyotas of how pit strategy and cycling out. But as it got to like 30 to go, you know, when always like 50, 40, 30 to go, you were like, oh, dude, it's time to get your partners and start figuring out how you're going to do this thing. And you could tell, you could just watch the intensity pick up. And then all of a sudden, you know, 15 to go, they still had to make a pit stop. And you're like, oh, shit. Did that, and it cycles around, and like all bets are off now. They're going for it. Like, the shoves are getting hard. They're fucking stacking up, and then the big one fucking implodes on the backstretch. Tyler Reddick was like 10th in the middle, and when I saw Austin Cindric just do a 180, I was like, it's over. Like, I was standing next to Logan. I was like, we're in it. I wasn't even looking to see if we made it through or anything. And I was listening to Scanner. Like, I knew we were in it, but like, I literally was just like, that's over. Like, I had no hope. And then they were like, 4 cars came out of turn 4. And I was like, oh my God. I was just waiting for a replay.
Sorry, I feel like you're lagging.
I don't know if it's you or me. It could be me.
Maybe it's me.
Says I have all bars.
Maybe it's me.
No, it's usually me, but it's been it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to clear this shit out of my computer.
You're good, dog.
Anyway. Yeah, no, I agree. I thought it was a really entertaining race. I didn't even know, because I was driving back home from Florida, just driving through hurricanes, no big deal. I didn't even know that people were like as upset with the race because I was just staying off social media. I was staying off the internet.
I didn't either. I got on Twitter on the way home and I just saw like crap, stupid, gay. And I was like, huh? Because like we were in the stands, we're like, this has been a good race. Or like, the stage break, we're all pissing and getting a beer. And I was like, dude, this has been awesome. And we were all like, how exciting has this been? Like, we were all stoked in the stands, like, dude, this has been badass. Like, hell yeah. And then I got on the phone and it was like, boo, gay, sucks. And well, there was some banter in the group chat where Charles was like bitching about it. And that was the only negative thing I saw. But I was like, well, I said, I don't know what y'all are talking. That's why I started sending videos. I said, this shit has been insane in person. I was like, I was like, I'm sure NBC's covering this. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the 4 wide. I don't know what to tell you. I had a good time watching it. I mean, should we talk about like
I don't know
Chase
what they're
Elliott?
talking about.
Should we talk about the late restart and the caution?
Oh my god, let's jump into that. Dude, holy shit. What up, Nick? Holy crap, man. Like, let's back up. Kansas, like lap 1, Josh Berry spins out due to some contact. Gets 4 flat tires. They told him to the campground and told him to get out of the car. Like, your day's done.
Mm-hmm.
Damaged vehicle policy, they said. No longer can continue. 4 flat tires. If you have to they said if you get towed back, your day is done. Ryan Blaney, Watkins Glen, towed him back. Never let him work on his car. If you get hooked to the hauler or the tow truck, your day is done. So all of a sudden, here's where it gets fishy. The red flag's out. Everybody's parked on the back stretch. There's like 30 cars down there in the infield wreck. So they only got like 4 tow trucks. There's like 30 cars. So it's going to take some time. Well, all of a sudden, that was the thing. They told Tyler Wright to park it in his stall. They said, don't touch it. Just get the tools out. Get everything ready. Don't touch the car. The red flag. Can't touch the car. Red flag. They said, all right, yellow's out. They said, yellow's out. Start work. Like, let's get to work. Let's fix it. See what's wrong. Yes, it has. And so all of a sudden they say that, and then some cars start working on the cars, and they come off pit road and la da da. But I noticed they're still sitting on the back stretch, and they're telling Tyler, they were like, don't pass the pace car. They're sitting, just stop on the back stretch. The pack's still sitting there. So in my head, I was kind of like, are they waiting for like a blower to come by or something? Or like, what's going on? Because like, why are they still sitting there? And all of a sudden, some tow trucks come around pit road, and I hear on the scan, he's like, they're towing people back to their spots. And he was like, I don't know what's going on. He's like, it's a shit show over here. He's like, they're towing people back to, instead of towing them to the garage, they're towing them to parking spots. Well, then I start seeing like, oh, da, da, and I saw the group chat bitching. It was like, they're towing people from the wreck to their parking or their pit box so they can work on their cars. Like, that's not the rules. Like, that's not what they're doing. That's what NASCAR hasn't said the last 4 weeks.
I was going to say, that's not the rules that
wait, they're playoff drivers. Isn't this crazy? Yeah, Chase Elliott should not have been allowed to continue. Chase Briscoe should not have been allowed to continue. I think there was 1 or 2 more. Very, very fishy, very suspicious. There's conspiracies. Total utter bullshit. I love Josh Berry's interview. He said they better not be towing them cars back to their pit stops. He goes, they're going to violate the damaged vehicle policy. He's like, that is just not allowed. And he was like going off and cussing in his interview. And I was like, hell yeah, dude.
He's right.
It was cool.
They made that rule. They were the ones that implemented it by treating him that way the past few weeks. So, I mean, it's crazy that they allowed this to happen. And it doesn't help NASCAR's case when it's Chase Elliott, because we all know how NASCAR's always treated Chase Elliott. So for them to kind of be like, oh, well, we learned from our mistakes and we're going to try to do better now. It's like, well, that's really convenient when it's Chase Elliott in the playoffs.
Yeah, how funny is that? How wild. Like, very, very suspicious. Yeah, if I was other driver, well, Denny Hamlin went off on actions detrimental. He was like, that's not the fucking rules. If you're going to do it, you got to play by the rules. Yeah, fucking 42's doing burnouts. That was what Josh Berry said in his interview. That was what's funny. Yeah, there was dudes like, they told Chase Briscoe to take his window net down and get out, and he told him no. He said, don't touch my fucking window net. I'm not getting out of this car. Like, because they're trying to, keep going. Or they want to get, well, and that's the thing we got to look into. They want to get back to the pit stall and work on the cars, but the tires are flat. Like, it's insane. We got to do something. Something's got to happen with the flat tire stuff. We're still dealing with it fucking 4 years later. It's unacceptable to me. The car gets flat tires and it's a DNF. Like that meme Dalton sent today was like Dale Earnhardt gets in wreck, hits wall, flips over, hits other cars, 4 flat tires, flips over again, flips right side up, drives to pit road, and finishes the race. And it was like 2024. It was like spins out, flat tire, or it was like spins out, DNF. Like, and it was a picture of the 2 cars. Like, what the fuck, dude? Oh, dude, it's very aggravating, and I think NASCAR is like fucking the football here because they have they had a statement about why Barry was this and that last week, and then totally just fucking hypocrite on it this week, and it was like, dude, y'all are like doing yourselves no favors. And then on Kevin's show, he went in more depth about it, and he was talking about what a shit show it was about these. If every point matters, it comes down to every point, and now you're violating your own rules and doing things you're not supposed to do, and you're towing cars that are passing other cars that aren't supposed to pass those cars, and people are getting point. You're disrupting what the points are supposed to be post wreck, because violating your own rules. So if it comes down to 1 point, people's seasons are on the line due to your fucking up. And it's like, yeah, like that you're affecting whole people's seasons and where they finish in points due to your tow trucks and what you're doing. Like, there were cars that should have got DNFs that made a couple more laps and passed several people. So yeah, that changes a lot. Say like Chase Elliott probably at least gained 4 points. Imagine if he only makes it in through the Roval by 4 points or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a mess. But dude, they restart. I was like, I thought they were gonna wreck again. And I was like, I'm always hoping I hope it finishes under green. I don't care if they wreck again if it's before the white. Yeah, sometimes I've seen, I don't know, this one was bad at the end with the wreck stuff, but I've definitely seen some shit shows, some questionable yellow calls. But I'm so happy it finished under green. I saw too, once I saw who was up there in the top 5, I was like, well, Brad or Ricky's about to win this race because none of them are going to pull out. Like Larson, Byron, Bowman's up there. I'm like, those guys, they're in a good spot. Why would they try to fuck that up? They just want to finish this and get out of here. Like, they're not going to make some daring, crazy move. God bless Kyle Busch. He tried. I felt so bad. I was rooting for Kyle Busch. He was like 6. And I was like, come on, Kyle. I was rooting for him for Luna. And I don't know why he pulled out into 1. But when he pulled out and no one went with him, I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? I was like, that was just an ill-timed run. I don't know why he did it, but I really was sad that nobody tried to go with him. It was really fucked up. And then you had the questionable audio on Larson's car when they said, don't push him to the win. That was kind of weird. Don't push the Ford to the win.
Right.
I thought that was very sketchy. How's that not race manipulation? I don't know. You're not giving it your all. But they said he was 100% in the throttle, but we'll see. Was keeping it green and great. Yeah, the finish was great. Glad for Ricky. Ricky put on a Ricky's good at these, man. He sneaks up and gets one here.
Well, and that's the thing. I liked the guys that were battling for the win because it was all super speedway drivers. I mean, hell, Austin Dillon was up there. You know, you were seeing guys that you don't normally get to see.
I wish
dominate.
him and Kyle could have got together or something.
Yeah, because RCR actually looked good. Like the whole.
I wish Yeah, no, there was a time it was like 30 to go, and Austin was like third on the outside. And I think I told Nathan, I said that 3 car sitting right there, like Austin's kind of like Ricky. When he pounces on these sometimes. Yeah, and the door damage with Ricky from the wreck, that's against their fucking rule too. I wasn't really that sour about it. I think I would have been more sour if they made Ricky pull in to fix that damage. Like that would have kind of grinded my gears a little bit, because like, dude, this little team, like, this is their moment right here, and you just took it away from them. And then, especially with William Byron behind him, that would have felt even more fishy. But then people are like, it says in the rule book, if you are missing door foam, you have to come down to pit road and replace it. Is the rule. So I'm also like, well, here's another what the fuck. Yeah. I'm on the fence with that one, because I'm glad they did nothing, but I'm also like, well, right here, sub-article B states, y'all do your job. And then, like Denny Hamlin said, they were like, oh, we didn't have enough footage. We didn't have a good angle. And he's like, then do better. This is a premier professional sport. What do you mean? Like, y'all are just half-assing this whole thing. Like, do your job. Like, you want to be a serious professional sport, and y'all are just like, oh, what is a yellow and what is not a yellow? We'll go back to that conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I think
the
that's
race
been
was great, man.
NASCAR's
I had
problem.
a blast. I'm ready to rate this thing. I haven't thought of it.
I hate how much a lag there is right now.
Yeah.
I fucking hate this.
I'm sorry. I don't know if it's you or me. I
It's
turned
all
my
good.
Wi-Fi off on my phone.
It's all good. I'm not sure. It might be me too. I've been trying to fuck with shit on my end the whole time. But yeah, I mean, that's been NASCAR's biggest issue all season long, in my opinion, is how they are just kind of making it up as they go along. It's been a problem all season long for NASCAR. It's crazy. They just haven't really been able to stick to a rule once they commit. They're constantly changing and playing favoritism.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they pick and choose. Like Chuck's saying right there with the roof rails, that was very, very strange. They had that new fin that went all the way across the roof. They had some new adjustments for cars, try not to flip and stuff.
Right.
Well, how coincidental that both the 17 and 6s fell off? And my thing is, if they fell off, then where are they? Where were they? They get ran over? What's going on? They both went missing. So I don't know, man. And I've been saying that. I was telling Nathan the other day, so how are we all going to feel when Alex Bowman's your champion? Is that going to feel right? Is that going to feel weird? Is that going to feel correct? Or is that going to feel like I think we need to do something here. Like, Alex Bowman's been having a stellar playoffs. He's been solid. But like the way the way everything's gone, I'm just like, he's not going to win championship. But dude, if he he could, any of them could, but it's just like, it don't feel right.
Yeah. I mean, he is the one that if he won the championship of all of the top 8 right now, that's the one that we would just be like, no, that's not right. I mean, I would say Chase Elliott also, I would probably throw into that category. He definitely hasn't raced like
he's
a
been
champion.
Sort of consistent, but still, yeah, like he hasn't been killing it.
Yeah. And now that you look at the guys that are outside the bubble, Joey Logano fucking up, Daniel Suarez fucking up. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Do you want to rate this and then I guess maybe talk about a little bit about Roval picks and stuff?
Yeah. I just thought about my rating in my head. And since I was there and since everything, I'm gonna give it a 8.3.
An 8.3. All right.
Yeah. I could give it higher, but we got a big wreck. I got 4 wide racing. Side by side finish. People are like, oh, like a photo finish is always fun to be at. The excitement, who's gonna win. I was rooting for Brad, I ain't gonna lie. I was wanting Brad off 4. I was like, come on, Brad. So close again. He missed a key block. I don't know if you ever watched replay. He comes off 4 and he is clear. He is clear. I don't know if fucking the spotter missed it or what, but why didn't he come up in front of Ricky right there? He just stayed, and then Ricky gets a huge shove from the 24 and they go blowing his doors off, and the 5 never touches him again.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was literally like, why didn't he throw a block, like a Michael McDowell block right there?
Right.
I think he was just being respectful for like these guys are in the championship, or I don't know, being Mr. Nice Guy. But I would have took that all day.
Yeah, I agree. And Brad
What'd
usually
you
is
rate
the
it?
type of guy that would take that opportunity, so it was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
I'm gonna go a little bit lower than you. I wasn't there. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
7-7, which
All right.
is pretty solid actually, because usually Degas are in like 7s to low 7s, to be honest. So
Really,
this
I'm
is
usually
one
giving
of
them like 9s.
Degas. No,
Yeah, I think I
when's the
gave the
last
spring like a 9 something.
you gave spring a
I gave
9?
it an
I think
8.8
I
or
gave it like
something.
a 7-2
9.2.
or something.
I don't remember. I don't have any of my information up here.
All right,
I
you
thought
want me to
Spring Dega
scroll
was
up?
great. Yeah.
Wait, so you
Tell
think
me what I
Spring Dega
gave
was
it.
better than this race?
No, I'm saying I think my rating was.
Dude, your rating was an 8.0.
Okay, fair enough.
And mine was a 7.7. So it was a slight increase from that, which I think is fair.
Okay, correct.
Yeah.
I thought this was better than spring race. I gave it up some because my driver won.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I think we agree this was better than the spring race overall. And I think people need to stop bitching and just appreciate the entertainment and the good finish.
Yeah. And goddamn, dude, Talladega is my favorite place on fucking earth. Like
Hell
when I was out there and leaving, I was like, God damn, I just like, I go to Atlanta, go to Bristol, and like I love Darlington too, but like that none of them like fucking whisper in my ear like Talladega does. Whisper sweet, innocent little slutty lullabies.
Yeah, I'm totally
I
with
just
you.
fucking love it. Like, every time I roll in over there, I'm just like all of a sudden, like I get off the exit, and it's just like, and I'm like,
Turn it up.
Yeah, I'm just like, let's fucking go, dude. And then when you leave, it's always like, man. Even coming over this one is like, but
Tuesday's gone.
Yeah,
with the wind.
there's something wholesome about, or like intimate about the ride home. Is always I get it in spring and this one too. It's just like you like drink a couple last beers and like that's what that song feels like. You're just like, man, we had a good time, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's what the ride home feels like. And
it's just Leonard Skinner, just a whole soundtrack of Leonard Skinner throughout the weekend.
Oh yeah, I love that place, man. I literally was like, because there's been years I was like, I'm not gonna go to the fall race, and then I'm like, now I've been like, why would I not go to the fall race? Like,
yeah,
it's
you're
too
close
convenient.
enough.
I mean, it's literally like my other home track. So, yeah, Dega's always for me. Like, I'd rather go Dega than Atlanta, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Man. Yeah, love that place. If you ain't been, you should definitely go check it out. And if you ain't been, you should definitely go to spring race because goddamn, I already got the ball rolling. That was the whole thing. I was out there. I was literally just doing like recon for next year. I was like, all right, this, that, okay, we're gonna park here. I got it. Like, yeah, okay, seats.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, fucking NASCAR gossip, going to the Roval. 2311 is pretty much like pulling any hope of winning a championship out of their ass. Suing NASCAR, I guess. There's a lot of hot gossip. I love that they're sticking it to the man, but I don't know how it's going to turn out for him. But I'm also like, this is Michael Jordan y'all are fucking with. Like, this is bringing in a lot of money and a lot of views for y'all. So y'all disagreeing on stuff, I don't see working out for either of you. I don't know, but I also appreciate them like, hey, what's this? What is this in this chapter y'all wrote here? And NASCAR's like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's pretty much what it seems like. And front rows in there too, I guess, but it's almost like they're like, yeah, us too.
Yeah, get him,
Michael, get him. That's what it seems like.
I want to be like Mike.
Yeah, I don't see this working out for anybody, to be honest. And I see it being a prolonged thing. Like, I feel like we're gonna be talking about it come next season. I don't know how this stuff goes, but it's very something to get. I wish this happened after Phoenix, because like it's kind of distracting from like what's going on in the playoffs, and
Big
then
time.
like talking to Denny and Reddick, like that's all they're talking about. Like, what do you think about this and that? And for them, it's got to be a distraction, so they're not they're not focused, I would think. and it clearly seems like it shows. The 11 really to me hasn't done a whole lot of nothing in the last couple races, and I mean, it could have won Bristol, I guess. And the 45 has been kind of sitting stagnant for the last 6 races, in my opinion. Is that a coincidence? I don't know, but definitely don't see either one of them win the championship now. And Denny was my pick, but can you imagine Denny wins a championship and they hand him a check while he's fucking suing them?
It's very possible.
Yeah. Now if hey, I hope he does, but goddamn, how funny would that be?
I mean, he's 1 win away. I mean, he's in the top 4, isn't he?
I haven't even looked at points, to be honest. I saw where Reddick was. He was plus 17 or something. Plus 14. I don't know. Something like that. I saw Logano's out 13 points.
I mean, I think it's very possible.
I really just look at the bubble. Wins. I don't really look at. I hope he does. I would love to see it. But other than that, I'm trying to think any other gossip. Not really. Got hell. The season's counting down, dude. Going to the stupid ass Roval. They made some changes with one of the fucking turns. I don't fucking know. There's going to be a hairpin now, and I'm sure they're trying to amp up some spins and bumping and banging, but I doubt any of that happens. Prove me wrong. But fucking Roval, man, I think I thought 2 or 3 years ago, this has ran its course, right? We're done with this, huh? And we're still doing it. And then it's on the schedule next year. So I don't know what the fuck we're doing. Or
I don't know. Apparently people keep going.
If you want to do it, fucking middle of the season or something, fuck, sure, dude. Whatever. Whatever. Why is it in the playoffs? It's one thing that's kind of always irked me. This is supposed to be your premier playoffs, and we're doing this hanky junky dory fucking Roval race. If Watkins Glen playoffs, fine, fair. Hey, that's probably a good idea. What the fuck? Why is the Roval here? The Charlotte. If you imagine if we were going Kansas Dega Charlotte Oval.
Ooh.
Stellar round.
Damn,
now, people might argue with you have Vegas Homestead coming up, but if you did Charlotte Oval Vegas Homestead with today's product, I'm not going to be too mad about that.
I'm tuned in every
you're probably going to see 3 banger races. So I don't know, man. Definitely, I think NASCAR's done spent so much money on the Roval. They're we're not taking it off. We're going to stay.
Right.
So I can't see this. I cannot see this lasting more than 3 more seasons. Yeah. I'll probably eat those words, but god damn,
it shouldn't.
When's enough?
Enough.
Yeah, that's enough. But dude, yeah, I guess let's get in some picks real quick and we'll shut this baby down. Underdog pick. I'm gonna go AJ Allmendinger. He totally counts, and he ain't really done shit in a whole lot of while. But these little tacky road course races, he's kind of all right at. Colleague needs a shot in the arm. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there, but AJ, man, he's good shine on this thing.
Yeah, that was gonna be my pick. Let me go Ty Gibbs.
Ooh, very good. He's always fat. Well, the first half of the season, Ty Gibbs was almost on fire, and then it seems like ever since the summer, he kind of just been meh. He's got some top 5 somewhere, but he was fast. I mean, we were he's going to win. Clint Boyer was that kid's winning a race this year. Mark my words, folks. He said it every week on Fox.
Yep.
Yeah, and here we are. Winding down Truex's last couple races, getting bittersweet, but all of a sudden we're about to be at the round of 8, dude, and it's holy shit! The season. All right,
I'm taking the playoff pick first.
Go for it.
I'm taking Willie B.
Willie B.
Yep.
Smart move. And he's got nothing to lose. He's locked in, so they can totally sail to the win and just give it hell. I could totally see that happen, and I'm gonna go way back on what I said earlier. I'm taking Alex Bowman. Oh, he's been good on these stupid, tacky, fucking idiot races, and he's been so hot this fucking playoffs. And he's good at the Roval, I believe. He's pretty decent. I think he has some top 10s. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I think I want to see some playoff drama, but I don't really see nothing happening like too crazy. Maybe there'll be a wreck and someone get out, but Logano's going to have to work some magic if he wants to get out of this hole. Austin Cindric's fast at road course stuff. If this counts as road course, I think they're going to be going for it. And I think that's kind of my only surprises. I think the rest of the round is kind of made. You could also see some guys screw the football and get behind on points and be scrambling it then. I don't know. I also could just see Larson dominating this thing.
Yeah, exactly. On another win on his road to a championship.
Oof. Yeah, I could totally see Larson winning the championship.
All right, dude. Well,
yeah. Well, we did it. We got one in. We've been busy.
We did it.
Fucking Jesus.
Hopefully, we'll be back again next week, but who knows at this point?
Right now, look all right. I think we can. We'll talk about the Roval.
Yeah, and we'll see if this hurricane hits and what if you're busy with that.
Yeah, well, right now it's taking Tampa off the face of the continental U.S., so I think I'll be all right.
Cool.
I don't know.
All right. Well, good luck, Tampa.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Peace.
We'll see y'all next week. Yeah, prayers for